Previously, on Tales of Familial Eternity.
Would you mind giving me a little explanation on who everyone is in this room?
Oh, sure. That's Galen Silverfron. I'm a prince, so I get invited to many royal gatherings, and I have to attend. There's Devora that, shot me a look, and then I decided not to drink. That over there is Emerald.
I've been to many parties such as this, and sometimes poison is kind of expected.
Do you have a problem with me being a Teflon?
Well, if I'm being honest, I will say that I am surprised that they haven't taken you and that other Tefling knight away yet for questioning.
Okay, I think we're done.
That Tefling over there is Sonia Rivera. This is weird. Normally when people are dying, it's because I'm killing them, and I don't really know what to do. Being a knight to him pays the bills, so, can't complain too much, I guess. Over there is Lori Scott. We used to run a trade line, so I guess that's why when it came time to have a party, we were invited. I mean, honestly, though, the only good thing about this party is the food. Mind you, she's having this conversation as she's eating. Lastly, that guy over there is Trevor Hollingway. There was actually a little bit of a raffle to see who would get invitation, and I won. I was studying the relationship between this kingdom and Finback, where I'm from, gathering everything for a history book. Well, it has to be somebody here. I mean, this is a pretty closed environment, unless somebody poisoned themselves or something.
I don't think they would do something like that, though.
Probably not.
I think we might have an extra person on our hands. So we have a really big issue here. It doesn't seem like anyone's done it, but we have at least one person who has a good enough motive to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And also as a scholar, he also said that he dabbles in pretty much everything.
Which also means he probably dabbled in some magic during his studies.
I mean, as a scholar, he'd have access to that kind of shit, so...
Yeah, he'd probably also have access to various poisons, so he could, record that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But the poison definitely wouldn't be enough to actually kill you, because as scholars, I imagine they would do a lot of testing, too, just to make sure that their findings are correct.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, does this guy seem like he's all that together?
Yeah, that's the other part, though. He doesn't seem like he would, so there's a possibility that nobody here did it. We have an invisibility spell that would last 10 minutes.
But by this point, the spell will be over, so, whoever did it is in this room.
Unless they moved to a different room after the poisoning.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how likely would that be that... I mean, there was tons of movement with everybody being shoved out this room.
Yeah, and with that happening, the one that something the poison could have just gotten away with that during that commotion.
It wouldn't be the Galen guy, would it?
No, it's not him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, it doesn't seem like he has the right temperament for it, but I figured it's worth asking.
Did we ever roll a history check on Devora's and Galen's family?
No.
No.
No one ever bothered to do that. Do you guys want to do that?
Should we?
I mean, it's just a roll.
Yeah.
It's not going to kill you. Roll for initiative.
Who are we fighting?
Me.
Oh, finally. At last.
No, roll history checks. Phoenix got a 13.
I got a 14 total.
Cool.
I got a 7 plus 4. That's an 11.
Okay.
Okay, so it sounds like I gotta make up shit for the family. Cool.
Yeah,
Great!
you do.
I wish you'd, poked me about, royal history.
Don't worry, I didn't think about this until just now.
Okay, so...
Consider this your poke.
Okay, so, yeah, the royal family of the Silverfrond, which is located at Garen's Wall in the Wolfpine Forest. They've been in power for a pretty long time. They're a really friendly royal family. Yeah, they do a lot of trading and all that. They're friendly with a lot of nobility and royal families, which this includes the Kingdom of the Falling Star. Yeah, as mentioned, Galen attends these parties a lot because, as royalty, they get invited as such. And there usually, there's gotta be some kind of representative there, otherwise it's considered rude. And so Galen's pretty much always there. Doing something like this is, like, a poisoning or attacking another kingdom is definitely not something they would do. I mean, most of the kingdom's reserves, whether the king knows about it or not, has gone to Galen and his, in his search for his sister that had gone missing, so if anything, most of the royal family was more concerned about trying to locate their lost princess more than anything else.
I just started imagining that they did a tangle thing every year.
Probably!
Like...
I wouldn't doubt it. I would not doubt it. They probably have some sort of service for that.
Yeah, so it's very well known that they have a missing child that they're desperately looking for.
Aww.
Yeah, so again, it's very unlikely that the Silverfrond family would do anything like this. Other family members that would attend parties every so often. The Queen, Lashana, attends every so often. There's about a 50-50 chance that she will come to a party with her son or by herself. And then the King, Cameron, rarely attends parties. But that's because he's got a lot of kingly business to attend to.
Because he's a king.
Yes.
All right, so what are we guys thinking right now?
Okay, out of character.
Yes.
But is the killer legitimately in this room?
Yes, I will tell you that. He is legitimately in this room. It is one of the people here.
Good, because I was about to suggest, like, oh, maybe it's one of the people and they managed to escape.
No, that's...
Ooh.
No,
Good.
It's a closed environment. They're in this room.
Okay.
Cool. Still leaning towards Trevor.
Kind of the same.
Phoenix wants to say that it's Emerald, but he knows it's not.
I know, Phoenix, but I, as his daughter, I can assure you he wouldn't.
I know my father's work.
Look, okay. I guess here's the real question. Would it be so bad to let a murderer go if it means we can lock up your father?
Yes. I know
yes.
I understand that he's like a douchebag and a racist, but we're not just gonna let a murderer walk free.
Alright, I just wanted to, throw that out there.
And he does have connections with the court, so you'd have a very hard time keeping him locked up.
Fuck, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, now, let's just get the actual guy. But is there anything else you guys want to, do before you make, a proper decision? Yeah, it's this guy?
Hey, Solis, would you be willing to use up a spell slot?
Well, sure.
No. What spell is it?
So we know everybody ends up telling us the truth, because, fuck, people could be lying. You have a zone of truth, right?
I hope you know that, I think you could have significantly reduced the amount of time that we've been playing by just zone of truthing everybody. So I'm happy that we got to do the investigation first.
Yeah, but come on, the investigation was fun.
Well, I only have 2 spell slots for that, so I couldn't exactly use it on everybody.
Well, isn't it a zone and everybody in that zone?
It has a range of 60 feet.
Yes, exactly. So, but I still felt bad about the owlbear that last time.
Okay.
So I wanted to, at least gain everybody's information.
I think Alvin's felt pretty bad about the owlbear fight.
I wanted to do the actual investigating before bringing up Zone of Truth.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I wanted, because that's the best part of murder mystery shit.
That's true.
We get to investigate.
We get to have fun.
And it won't.
That's true.
Yeah, and it won't be fun if we just okay, let's cast Zone of Truth and we'll be done.
Such a suddenly cast Zone of Truth. I mean, of course, other people are gonna be like, "Why didn't you use this before?" Well, fuck, it's because we already pissed off our DM once about the owl bear thing.
Because my god will only allow me to do it so often.
Besides, the fun in murder mysteries is the investigation.
Yeah. At this point, Devora's getting a little annoyed. It's just okay, even if we try and throw this onto somebody, they're gonna make us up some bullshit about why it's not them.
Let's just blast them.
Put them all on blast.
With the truth.
Okay.
The zone of truth.
Alright, so do you want to, like, get all of the people that, like, you've investigated into this zone? Are you gonna, like, try to throw Regina and Maxwell into this nonsense? Like, what are you doing?
Well, everybody's already within, like, sitting within, like, a couple of tables, so that's definitely within 60 feet.
Yeah, you can do it with everybody that you've investigated thus far. Like, I imagine that Regina and Maxwell are a little bit off to the side, so you would have to, like, get them into the zone.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess we just address everybody to come towards the center of the room or to one of the tables.
Mm-hmm. Well, everyone's at a table now, so you can just get everyone even more at the table.
With the exception of Regina and Maxwell.
Yep.
Yeah, she's too busy playing with the wolf, who she's been referring to as a doggy this entire time. Okay, so you gather everybody together, including Maxwell and Regina?
Yes.
Okay, so everyone gets brought together, and I guess it's time to do some zones of truth. Why don't you read me this spell?
Yeah, this is a charisma.
Of course. So you create a magical zone that guards against deception in a 15-foot radius sphere centered on a point of your choice within range. Until the spell ends, a creature that enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there must make a charisma saving throw. On a failed save, a creature can't speak a deliberate lie while in the radius. You know whether each creature succeeds or fails on its saving throw. Unaffected creature is aware of the spell and can thus avoid answering questions to which it would normally respond with a lie. Such a creature can be evasive in its answers as long as it remains within the boundaries of the truth.
Okay, cool. So that means I have to roll like a million different charisma saving throws.
This is also why we saved it for last.
Nice.
But that also made me, Devora, and Phoenix have to roll?
Yep, because we're within 15.
All right.
Okay. So we're not in the clear.
Nope, everyone has to roll.
I got a 15 plus 1.
All right, well, what are we rolling against is the question.
Oh, so I have to roll first, right?
Yeah.
I think so. I think that's how we've been doing it.
Yes.
I'm not sure if this is what we're supposed to do, but I make you roll anyway.
Yeah, but like Deb already rolled and she got 16, right?
Yeah, I got a 16 in total.
Okay, well, I got an 18.
Okay.
All right, so we all got to beat an 18.
So Devora failed.
So everybody's got to beat it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does Jeff want to go next?
I did not much better. I got a 10. So
yeah,
I'm in there. Yeah,
so
I can't.
Josh can't lie.
kind of lie, but he's gonna keep his mouth shut.
Yeah, Phoenix didn't do too well, so actually Phoenix did pretty terribly. So he has to tell the truth, as much as he hates it. And now I gotta do fucking everybody.
Yeah, have fun.
Yeah, thanks. Alright.
Well, if it makes it better, like, I have a simple question.
Okay. Did you do it? So
yeah,
Regina failed.
Oh.
So now let's do Maxwell also failed.
Okay.
They got the same number, which was like a 9. So. It is hard to be an 18. I'm pretty sure I won't be able to do it, actually.
Solis is her sign of
that's
truth.
actually one person is able to beat it so far, and that's Emerald.
Oh.
Well, he has a super high
course.
charisma. I'm not surprised.
Yeah. Galen just barely succumbs, so he has to tell the truth.
Ooh.
Alright, Sonia telling the truth. I don't think Lori tried at all. She got a 3. and Trevor has to tell the truth.
She's eating.
So the only person who can lie is Emerald.
Okay. So everybody except
Is Emerald.
actually Solis. I think Solis has to roll too.
Does that affect you too?
In my own zone?
Well, I guess you are. Are you in the zone?
I think
don't
it
think
does.
so.
Well, I mean, it's on a point of my choice, so I could stand out of the zone.
I mean, that's your call, I guess.
I'll just stand out of the zone?
Okay.
I mean, this doesn't really matter.
I don't know, does it?
Okay, I'll stand in the zone just as like a sign of trust. Like, hey guys, I'm gonna also be in this.
We're in the safety zone.
I'm in the safety zone, so I can also not lie either. So I rolled a 10, so I'm also truthful.
So everybody except for one asshole.
Yeah, okay, yeah, so
Everyone's telling the truth.
your dad is the only one.
What a twist.
What a surprise.
Of course.
All right, so Solis addresses the whole group and just says, all right, simple yes or no question. Did you poison the wine? And you have to say it, otherwise I will sick Phoenix to cast Tasha's hideous laughter on you. Josh, you can help too.
I don't have the spell though.
It'll just be me. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, oh, no, I have it. I actually have it. Okay.
Oh, excellent.
Perfect.
Good.
I just immediately imagine, like, it's just like that kind of shot where it's like close up on Solis and she's got that kind of shadow over her face. And like she's got her hands together, like,
sinister
good.
for you, but okay.
Josh is kind of surprised that like Solis is gonna let Phoenix, if not only Phoenix but himself, to cast Tasha's hideous laughter at anyone.
Phoenix can't believe that someone's letting him do a thing.
This is amazing.
Like, holy shit, I think we're growing as people. Fuck.
Everybody has their day.
This is true.
But all right, single file, let's go.
Okay.
Everybody line up. We're just gonna ask
Down the
everybody.
line, oh boy. Yeah, Maxwell, though, is just like, wait, if you guys had the ability to do this before, why have we been wasting so much time?
Well, it's a
Because
party,
investigating's fun.
and we didn't get to know our guests.
Yeah.
Not only that, we wanted to get information first before we decide to use fancy magic.
Yeah, because I mean, you only have so many spell slots.
Gotta preserve those spell slots, I suppose.
Yeah. I mean, you're not going to use levitate to move an axe.
Maxwell just looks a little confused, but he kind of shrugs. Like, okay, I guess. I didn't do it. No. By the way.
All right, you pass.
And, Regina's just like, yeah, no, I didn't do it. Did you guys think I did it?
Oh, no.
Not for a second.
No, of course not.
Oh, okay. Just making sure. Galen is just like, no, I was with Devora the whole time.
Devora nods.
Yeah, so next would be Emerald. I'm sure he just says no.
She just straight up says no.
Just no.
All right, don't care. Moving on.
Okay. I mean, it doesn't matter. He can lie, but, like, nobody gives a shit.
Just keep going, Emerald. We already know we don't do it. Josh is just like shooting him away. Shoo.
We know it wasn't you.
And then Sonia is just like, I mean, no, I didn't do it. Why would I do it? I don't like parties, but, like, I don't like them. It's not, like, that much of a hatred thing.
Plus, poisoning's not your thing.
I mean, I can punch everybody but that's different. It could be fatal. I have a pretty good punch, but...
Yeah, if you had wanted to kill everybody, you would have done it punching-wise.
I love how she's being completely truthful about all of this, too. Like, yeah, I could probably kill someone with my punch. Like, no joke.
I think you guys get the sense that maybe she doesn't really think before she says anything. And that also maybe she's not a thinking person.
Yeah.
I love her.
She's great and she's my favorite. And moving on. The halfling is just like still eating though. She's not answering, she's just eating.
Lori, you have to answer the question.
Did you poison the wine?
No, but kind of wish I did. This was a better turnout than what it would have been before.
Oh, okay, a little odd, but honest.
Okay.
Pass?
Trevor!
He just kind of like takes a few steps back.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
It's a simple question, Trevor.
I'm just kind of preparing my spell.
I don't think this is a great use of our time.
Trevor, please answer the question. Did you poison the wine?
It's a simple question.
I don't think I have to answer that.
Phoenix, shall we?
Oh, we shall.
Okay. Josh casts Tasha's hideous laughter.
Oh, Jesus. Alright. I gotta have to remember how do I do this again?
Okay. That's a 13. A creature of your choice that you can see within range perceive everything is hilariously funny and falls into fits of laughter if the spell is affected. Target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or fall prone, becoming incapacitated and unable to stand up for the duration. A creature with an intelligence score of 4 or less isn't affected. At the end of each of its turn, and each time it takes damage, the target can make another wisdom saving throw. Target has advantage on the saving throw if it's triggered by damage. On a success, the spell ends.
Okay.
So I rolled the 13 plus 4, that's 17. So he has to beat.
Or I have to be a 17.
Yeah.
Well, that was a 13. And if math serves me correct, that's not good enough.
Nope.
So Trevor just kind of doubles over with laughter and falls to the ground prone and is just laughing uncontrollably.
Oh, Trevor, this could have been avoided if you just answered the question.
Yeah, so like I'm not gonna laugh for an entire minute. I don't think that would be fun for anybody. But
while he's incapacitated and laughing, someone should grab him.
It is for the duration of 1 minute.
Devora goes and does so.
Yeah, so it's only gonna last a minute, but does anybody want to grab Trevor?
Devora goes to do so.
Okay. I want you to do like a strength check.
Devora has rope.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
that helps
we
too.
all have rope.
She has 50 feet of Hepton rope from her explorer's pack.
Do you want to use that instead?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we also have rope.
That is a thing that I don't normally check for. I want you to roll to see how good you rope, but I don't know what I should make you roll for.
That would probably just straight up.
Straight up what?
I think that's an athletics check because Devora is technically throwing the rope. I think.
I have no reason to throw the rope. He's on the ground prone. I could just go up to him and tie him up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that this is a sleight of hand check, and you get advantage because this guy is prone.
That's a 15 plus 1. Yeah, I'm gonna take a 15 plus 1, so 16.
16? Yeah, you rope him up pretty good. In between his fits of laughter, he comments that the rope is actually hurting him because he's laughing so hard.
If anything, she just ties his wrists and ankles together.
Okay, never mind. Then it doesn't hurt. He's cool. So after a minute, he does calm down, and he's just like, "Was that really necessary?"
What, the rope or the spell? I feel like we might have been able to do without Tasha City's laughter. Maybe. Well, it does make you prone, so.
It's both. It's a little bit of both.
It could have been avoided if you just answered the question, Trevor.
Are we gonna do this thing again? Where, like, I refuse to answer, and then you just keep using spell slots on me?
Here's the question, though. Why are you refusing to answer?
Because I have to?
What do you mean?
Well, I only have one real answer to it, and I don't want to incriminate myself. So...
Okay, so it's either you tell us the full truth, and if anybody put you up to this, they get in trouble, or you get tossed in jail for the rest of your life for attempting to kill the queen.
Ooh, I don't like either of those options, though. Is there a third option where I'm not in this situation at all?
Nope.
Nope.
No.
You could have not poisoned everybody.
I mean, yeah, that could have been the thing, but you didn't go with that option.
Well, I mean, this kingdom could have also, like, not really screwed over where I live, too, so I think we've all made mistakes here.
Okay, but that's a shitty reason to try and assassinate a queen.
Mm-hmm.
Is it, though? Is it a bad reason?
Yes.
When she had no power over the kingdom closing down, yes!
Maybe it wasn't about killing the queen, per se. Maybe it was just about getting back at the kingdom in general. Having it suffer in a similar way that I suffered.
That's still really shitty!
I never said it wasn't shitty.
Plus, not only that, you don't know if the kingdom suffered the same way your kingdom did.
I mean, yeah! They've been closed off from the mainland for like 50 years. How do you think that boded with them? They couldn't get shit from the surface anymore.
They're the ones that did it, though. It's a sort of different situation. They had a choice in the matter. We didn't.
Maybe they didn't either. You don't know.
You don't know that.
No, I'm pretty sure I know.
Do you, though?
Well, I mean, he is a scholar, so...
Exactly.
Care to enlighten us?
No, I don't care to.
Okay, well...
I can persuade him to tell the truth.
I'm sorry, I just heard
I heard something about truth.
I can persuade him.
Go for it.
I mean, you want to start breaking his kneecaps? Sure, go ahead.
No, I'm just going to try and persuade him to tell us what he knows.
Okay.
Because I'm pretty sure the confession's already in the bag.
Basically, I mean...
Okay, let me roll. Come on, persuasion.
Give me a roll.
Oh, I got a 16 plus a 4.
That's a 20.
Damn!
Shit, you're really persuasive.
Yeah. How the fuck do you have such high persuasion? What the hell?
Emerald is my father. I put stuff into charisma for a reason.
That's good, I love it. It's the only thing he was good for. It's giving you great charisma.
Giving you awesome rolls.
Yep.
Hey everybody, Siobhan here. Looks like we're getting closer to the end of this little murder mystery, even though technically nobody died, so that's good. As always, I'd like to give a big shout out to everybody who takes their time to listen and comment on, every episode. It really is appreciated that we get your guys' feedback. We love seeing the comments and everything, so again, thank you guys so much. With this interlude coming to a close, I'm definitely excited for the upcoming major arc because it's a lot of fun. Do you guys want to know when new episodes come out? Maybe see some other campaign content like art? Follow us on Twitter and Tumblr at TofeCast. That's TOFE cast. You'll be the first to know when a new episode is out and where to listen to it. If you would like to support the podcast, please check us out at tofecast.tumblr.com/support. There you'll find our official Redbubble, where we're planning on... We're still releasing some new merch, so come and check us out. We also have a Ko-fi page where you can send us a small amount of money at a time, like the price of coffee. And then don't forget to check us out on Patreon. All purchases and donations will go to getting better equipment for us to help improve the show. So if you can, send a few bucks our way. It'll really help us out. Well, that's all I got to say for now. So let's get back to solving this mystery.
Alright, so how are you gonna persuade this guy to tell you things? And what do you want to know exactly?
Well, you're the scholar, aren't you? And you clearly seem to know something over us that we don't know. So why don't you care to enlighten us if you're so sure that this kingdom decided to royally screw your kingdom specifically?
Oh, but why would I want to give you that information?
Because I got a 20 on my persuasion check.
The universe is literally telling you to.
Because if you don't, we can find other ways to make you tell the truth.
Wait, are you trying to intimidate him now?
No, I'm not intimidating him.
No, Josh.
That was probably Josh.
If they
Let me
want
see.
to.
Let me see.
Roll intimidation check.
Okay.
Yeah. I got.
No, I mean, it's not.
I got a 16 plus 1. That's a 17.
Oh, snap.
Oh my god, why?
Because, Trevor, if you don't tell us, we can find other ways to make you tell the truth.
Ways that won't make you laugh.
I have a wolf.
Trevor is starting to look a little bit nervous now.
Devora is just in the background quietly being like, I have a wolf. The wolf's still playing around with Regina.
The wolf that's wearing a party hat right now.
He just looks up like, huh?
I swear he's a lot more ferocious than that.
Squirrel? Jesus. I'm laughing so much, but Trevor is not having it. He's actually kind of intimidated right now, which is funny coming from Josh of all people.
I know.
But I think Phoenix is impressed in the background, just like, oh shit.
He actually did a thing.
Oh my god. I've been selling these guys short. And Trevor's just like, well, I mean, I guess if you must know, from my understanding, this kingdom was hit with some sort of, it's been called a natural disaster, and it sort of closed off its borders shortly after that. But the thing is, you would think that after such a disaster like that, you would be more encouraged to seek outside help and things like that. So basically, they went with this very strange route, which I can only assume has done quite a bit of damage to their own kingdom, but also to, the kingdoms they were trading with, specifically mine. It's one thing to have your kingdom go through something horrific. It's another thing to force another kingdom to do the same.
I see.
What do you know about this? What do you know about this disaster that fell upon the kingdom?
I don't know too much about it. A lot of it's been kept sort of, hush-hush, really. From my understanding, large parts of land are inaccessible at this point.
Regina, would you know anything about this?
Yup, I do. Do you know anything about this, you good boy? Do you? No, you don't. You're just a puppy.
Wait, is this stuff that should be at liberty to say out loud in front of all of these nobles? Emerald.
No, I don't want to tell it in front of the asshole, if that's okay.
Excuse me?
Oh, I didn't mean to say it like, well...
No worries, Regina. It's
Love it!
Emerald is just offended. He kind of looks to Maxwell, and Maxwell's probably just like,
We are under a zone of truth. Oh, that doesn't help.
Your Highness, you should be a little bit more careful about how you word things in front of noblemen. Yeah, but I don't like them.
I love this.
I mean, that's actually true.
It is. We're in a zone of truth here.
It is true, and I don't know, he was really stuffy and kind of boring to talk to, and I actually kind of fell asleep at some point during his conversation.
I love this.
And I was afraid for a while that he would catch on, but I wasn't really paying attention. But I don't think he did until now. I really shouldn't have opened up my mouth like this, actually. But
am I still obligated to stay here?
Yes. I want you to, because if I have to be here, then you do too.
It is the part of being noble.
This is amazing. I love this.
Yeah, I don't necessarily want to talk about the disaster that hit my kingdom out in the open. That's a thing I'd rather talk about in private. I actually was talking about that with Josh earlier, that I wanted to tell you guys about it anyway. But in private.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Okay, we can get to that later then. But for now, looking at Trevor.
Yeah. Okay.
Sweats.
Okay, but you don't know. This could have been something that, if it had gotten to the surface, it could have been really bad. You don't know what this disaster brought upon this kingdom.
Does that matter all that much?
Yes, it matters because this natural disaster hurt this kingdom the way it did. It could have easily spread on to the other kingdoms and would have done the same thing. Would you rather have that happening?
Real quick, out of character, we know that the sickness from Neverwinter, the original source of it was from here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know that.
Yeah.
That's knowledge now.
But I don't think his goal was to spread the natural disaster to everywhere else. He just wanted to try and...
No. I was just making sure that we knew. I was just making sure that we knew that... The illness from Neverwinter originally came from this kingdom.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
Do we also understand that it came from whatever this natural disaster was, or Because we know about the black bubble, because we saw it on the way down.
Mm-hmm. Yes, but we don't know the exact nature of it.
Okay,
Josh
is
Regina's planning on
about that part, then.
Explaining.
Yeah, that's the thing you'll find out later.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so at the very least we know that the sickness came from.
Yep.
Debating whether or not. I probably should, because this is going on for too long. We need to fucking know everything, and this is still a really shitty thing.
Yeah, Maxwell just kind of stands up and walks over. I think we've definitely figured out that it was this guy who did this.
Mm-hmm. I'll say.
Yeah.
My only issue is that it seems like he was put up to it. And if we want to keep something from happening like this again, we need to know who put him up to it.
Are you going to ask me, or are we just going to talk around me?
Well, you're just going to not answer, so I may as well bring up another point.
Oh boy. This is going to keep going, isn't it?
Just one last little point, and then you can decide whether to tell us everything or not. There's a sickness going on in Neverwinter that we're trying to stop. And the origin of that sickness came from this kingdom.
Wait, does everyone else know about the plague that's hit Neverwinter?
Nope, this is news to quite a number of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, but again, it's just like, it's one of those things that he thinks that they did this on purpose and that there could have been a way around it. And we are trying to get it through that the Kingdom of the Falling Stars probably didn't have a choice but to close off its borders. So that's kind of what Devora's trying to do with bringing up the sickness in Neverwinter.
Okay.
Cool.
So, yeah. There's a sickness going on in Neverwinter. Our source, as we've investigated, our sources say that whatever caused it originally came from here. So it seems to me like this kingdom had to close itself off. Because
if whatever sickness that came from this kingdom has affected Neverwinter that much, think about the damage it was done to everywhere.
There we go. Yeah. And at this point, we can safely assume that whatever the sickness is hasn't left Neverwinter, because we probably, I think we said that we didn't see any trace of it when we were in Raven's Rock.
Mm-hmm.
And we probably didn't see any hint of it when we were in Helm's Hold either.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys were, actively looking for it, but as far as you can tell, you didn't see anything.
Yeah, I think it would have been pretty easy to tell, though, because of how long we were in Neverwinter, and the fact that we have somebody who has it on our party now. We've probably come to know the symptoms, I feel. So we probably would have noticed.
Yeah, and possibly find a way to, cure it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trevor, upon hearing this, just sort of shrugs. There's a lot of diseases that come from a lot of places. I don't know if that's what was... Look, I just wanted to go and, fuck up this kingdom because it fucking ruined mine. You don't have to... Stop looking into it. That's literally all of it.
So nobody put you up to this? You just decided to do this on your own?
Yeah, this is just a me thing.
Who did you buy the invitation from, though?
Well, the thing about that is... Yeah. I might have... Maybe I wasn't being entirely truthful about where I got it from?
I mean, entirely truthful. More like you haven't said anything at all.
I didn't get it from a raffle. I kind of stole it off a guy.
And who would that be?
Yeah, so, I kind of just took it off a guy, Marlon Waters, I think. It was another nobleman type.
Do any of us know Marlon Waters?
Do you want to make a roll for it?
Cool.
I got a 16 plus 1, 17 on a history check.
14 plus 1, so 15.
Okay, Phoenix also got a 15.
You said history, right?
Yep.
That's a 14 plus 4, that's an 18.
Oh, dang.
Jeez, you guys know so much history about all of these things that I'm making up on the spot.
I'm educated.
You are. So you guys know that Marlon Waters is actually one of the very few noblemen left in Finback.
Oh.
Yeah.
Alrighty then, I guess that wraps things up. And you're literally wrapped up. So, two birds with one stone.
Oh, you think you're so funny, don't you?
Yes.
I like that this is in the zone of truth, so that's accurate.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, with that out of the way, I think the next thing to do is just put this guy in a cell or something.
Yeah, guards?
Hey, hold on. I think Sonia wanted to give whoever did this a punch. Can she do that?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Come here.
Hey, Sonia, come here real quick. Hold on, before I take a voice. Sonia.
Chip.
Yeah? Oh shit!
Do it!
I get to do it! I get to finally do it! Yeah! Hell yeah! Alright, so let's see what kind of a punch you can do. Okay. Well, that was a 17.
Jeez. Oh.
Yeah. So that's gonna hit. And I'm gonna give him some damage. Not that it matters. But that was max damage of 6.
Oh, can I just knock him out, please?
Just knock him out, please.
Ala Phoenix style.
Okay, yeah, she knocks him out.
Devora, like, unties him to take her rope back. Since he's knocked out, he's not gonna be running.
Best not to waste any rope.
Mama.
So, yeah, Maxwell goes and gets a couple of guards to pick him up and bring this guy away. As they're leaving with Trevor, like, a couple of, like, notes kind of fall out of his bag.
Josh does notice this, and he goes to pick up the notes.
Yeah, so you pick up one of the notes, and it's a scroll, and it's another magic spell. This time, it would have, it's a transformation spell that would have...
I should probably do another Arcana check, right?
I mean, Chai was just about to tell you what these do.
Yeah, it's written on
pre-made spells.
Oh,
it's written on plain English. So in plain common rather. Yeah, so it's a transformation spell that would have turned the user into a winter wolf. You escaped another fight. So, yeah.
So by avoiding,
guys, we really lucked out and caught him real quick because he will use a transformation spell.
we always find the most safest and humane ways of stopping.
Yeah, you do. I don't know. I have to play better to you guys.
I was like, let's not use Zone of Truth right away so that we could find the guy.
I was just like, I wanted to do some fun investigating. I'll mention Zone of Truth after.
Oh, man.
That's going to be easy editing for me because I don't have to deal with all the fighting parts.
Yep. It's gonna be a whole arc where no one gets to fight at all.
Yeah, but a lot of conversation stuff happens, and that's fun.
It is fun. Phoenix kind of leans over to Solis, like, you sure you don't want me to punch your dad in the face while we're at it?
I'm sure.
Alright,
but thank you.
You're missing out on a great opportunity, I'm just saying.
Well, if you ever meet him in an alley, I won't stop you.
Noted. Alright, so now that the murder mystery part of my murder mystery is out of the way.
It wasn't even a murder mystery, nobody died.
That is true. This was... You get a sweeping sense that Trevor maybe isn't the most competent person.
Mm-hmm.
We solved your slightly incapacitated mystery.
Yep, you did. You did. So, yeah, so now it's just the remaining guys. And,
Alright, cool.
Regina just kind of comments, I guess that's it for the party then.
I suppose so.
Mm-hmm.
I think the rest of this particular evening is going to be Regina just kind of apologizing to everybody for the inconvenience, and sending most of the people off on their way. Like, you can leave now. This is a bad thing that happened, and you can go. Galen kind of hangs back a little bit to talk to Devora because
I imagine
now that he knows, like,
yeah.
Are you gonna come back home with him?
Well, like I mentioned, the whole thing with Neverwinter, I still gotta help figure that out.
I guess there's no way to convince you to maybe not do that.
No. But afterwards, I will come. After everything's been said and done with Neverwinter, I'll come home.
Well, maybe to make things a little bit easier so we don't lose contact or anything, I want to give you this. And he hands you a mirror of communication.
Nice. Sweet.
Yeah. It's like a cell phone, but it's a mirror. And he explains that, like, his number is actually already programmed in there. And he has the number of this already, so, you know. He was prepared.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. So, he does want to say that he's so relieved that he found you. And he really can't wait until you come home properly.
I'll be home soon. Like I said, as soon as everything's done.
Okay, I guess I'll see you then.
Yep.
And he gives you a hug. It's a little awkward, because he's never hugged his sister, but, you know, he's down for it.
She hugs him back.
Yeah, and then afterwards, he leaves. He goes on a submarine, far away from here. Yeah, and pretty much the other guests do just that. Does Emerald, like, stop to talk with Solis at all?
No.
No?
Probably
He's
not.
been offended by her friends too many times, so he's just gonna go.
I think they maybe make eye contact for a couple seconds.
And it's the worst experience.
Yeah, it's very tension-filled and just so much stuff behind it, so...
Yeah. Okay. Alright, so he leaves. And now it's just your party with, Regina and Maxwell. And Regina comments that, like, she promised Josh that she would explain everything. So, let's go and do that. And she gestures everybody to come follow her. And you guys travel off deeper into this beautiful, beautiful castle until you guys get to a sort of private study room. And there's a lot of chairs around. It's very comfy. A lot of chairs, like the whole walls are filled with bookcases that stretch all the way to the top of the ceiling. There's like a little coffee table. You notice that there's like some snacks over here, mostly like cupcakes and cookies. And Regina just like quietly comments like, "Oh, I forgot I had these here." Oops. So everybody, maybe take a seat, because this might be a long explanation.
Alright, so Devora takes a seat.
Josh does as well.
Okay, so everybody takes a seat. Regina has her own special chair, which is much like her throne, but just made out of plush.
Just cute.
Maxwell is like standing beside her rather than sitting himself. And Regina's just like, okay, before we actually start though, what was it that you guys came here for again? I just want to make sure we're on the same page.
There's a plague going on in Neverwinter, and through our investigation, we've found that the person who made the concoction for this plague got it from somebody who got it from here.
And then not only that, one of our party members is infected.
Phoenix, right?
Yes.
And yeah, he nods and he just kind of like shows the little bit of a cut that he has on his hand. He takes off his glove to show that, and then puts the glove back on, because no one needs to see that shit. Regina just kind of nods. Okay, does this plague have any, like, specific characteristics?
These dark veins kind of thing appear on the person's skin.
And before any of that happens, from the people we asked questions about, they set it aside that starts off like a cold, like a common cold.
And I'm assuming once it if you were overexposed to it, because we never found out the exact cause of the ink monsters, right?
You know that a part of it was that the cure backfired, and that's partially what caused them. This might sound like a weird question, but what about the surrounding areas? Was there any sort of weird phenomenon
the lake.
The water turned black.
Yeah, the water in Neverwinter was like, it turned black and it wasn't water, it was like sludge.
Have things been growing in Neverwinter at all?
No, everything, gardens and fish have died.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure, because it very much sounds like the void. And I just wanted to clarify to make sure that that is what we're talking about. When you guys came down here, did you notice, like, the black zone that we have here?
We saw a black bubble while we would come down.
Yeah, so, I think maybe this will help visualize things a little bit better. And she rummages through some of her things, and it's going to show you a thing that I have to pull out.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I know.
Oh. The void.
It's an updated map. The void. It's the updated map.
Yup. So, this entire section of my kingdom is currently being contained, but a lot of what you described is very similar to what happens in what we now call the void. Nothing can really grow in this area at all. Everything that's in it has been touched with a sort of corruption. It's a really bad scene in general. Everybody who is in the void is lost. And when I say lost, I mean dead, of course. I'm not gonna really beat around the bush with that one. Yeah, we've been able to keep it contained, within a protective magical bubble of sorts. But I suppose if someone were able to penetrate it, they could get a piece of the corruption and use that to make a plague. So I think that's the situation that we're looking at here. That someone took a little bit of the void and now they're using it as a plague. I think maybe it might be helpful to tell you about how the void started.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Do you guys know anything about it?
No, not at all.
Okay. Well, you do know that, like, 50-ish years ago, we kind of cut off our borders. Well, you know what, maybe I should start a little bit before that. So, when my grandparents were the ones that were running the show, this kingdom very much tried to conquer other places. We were very interested in spreading our borders as far as we could. But when my parents took the throne, we decided that we didn't want to be so gung-ho. So we put a stop to the expansion and we focused more on, like, education and the arts and stuff. And I think our kingdom really flourished under that type of a rule, but the problem was that there was a couple of people who didn't really like that. They wanted us to keep spreading our borders, and they thought that we had gone soft by choosing this more, I guess, pacifist route. And our beloved kingdom ended up being under siege with a couple of attacks, most of which failed pretty spectacularly. But there was this one attack on our kingdom's capital that was, I think successful is too strong of a word. A sorcerer managed to get inside of our castle, and I think their intention was to open up a portal to bring in, like, a monster and, like, destroy us from the inside out. But what ended up happening instead was they made a rift into an incompatible dimension. Everything that leaked out of it couldn't sustain itself in our reality. So it just corrupted everything. And that's where the void comes from. It's really just our dimensions are leaking into each other. Every time it does that, it just kind of, everything gets ruined. Once that happened in our castle, well, a lot of people lost their lives, including most of my family. And honestly, it's a miracle that I survived. But once I was fished out of the castle, we bubbled it up. And I thought that maybe that would be the end of things, but I guess not. If the corruption from the rift is spreading through the surface, then we might be dealing with a bigger issue.
Thank you for listening to Tales of Familial Eternity. The music in this episode featured songs from Ross Bugden, Kevin MacLeod, and Tabletop Audio. Links are available in the description. If you liked this episode, please leave a comment or message and tell us what you think. And if you would like to learn more about the characters as well as the campaign, please go to TofeCast at both Twitter and Tumblr for more information.